Hello, hello, hello. Let's not waste any more time, to waste any time at all actually, and dive straight into it. Okay, almost level 30. We've spent quite a lot of talent points on, I wonder if level 30 might be the maximum you can be actually. Because the game told us that we wouldn't be able to buy all the talents. And we are pretty close to be honest. Yeah, no, we're not close at all. Okay, we're missing a lot of spells. Jeez, already starting to struggle. We're missing half of our spells. We haven't invested anything in the dark arts because we don't want to. But yeah, maybe level 30 or 40. Again, that's if we understood the game properly when it said that we wouldn't have enough points to buy everything. Not even sure about that. Anyway, where were we? Let's check this quickly. Speak to me, Taguga. Yes! We need a friend to... Yes, that's... what's his name? Lodgok. I think I got it right this time. Yes, Lodgok. Asked us to meet him at a mine south of Hogwarts and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook. Alright. We need to speak with Sebastian, and yeah, last time a lot of things happened. And some bad things as well. We did cast the crucial spell. Yes, I remember what choice we had to pick, and yes, we decided to cast it ourselves, only to hopefully make Sebastian stray away from the dark path, but I'm not sure if this actually worked, to be honest. He seems to be going down a dark path, and I'm not sure we'll be able to do anything about it. It is concerning. I do have a question. Yes, I was wondering that with a friend, that we have defense against the dark arts classroom. Professor Fig. What does it teach? We have transfiguration classroom, defense against the dark arts, charms. We have astronomy, but I have no idea what does Professor Fig teach. I guess we'll never know, because it's just called Professor Fig's classroom. Oh well. Okay, so let's meet with Sebastian, because he worries me, to be honest. And we now know that there's a path between the Undercroft and where was it? The underground of a manor that is in Feldcroft.
You'll never believe what I've learned.
Okay, tell me. Let's go.
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Oh yeah, that damn
Salazar
spellbook.
Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
Okay, this is I'm thinking about this. Hold on, sorry, just a second. I'm thinking about this, and I'm not sure you should be able to use a spell to understand how powerful it is. And it's a bit stupid not to be afraid of death, you know. You should fear the dark arts, you should fear the death curse. It's about death, you know. Who's not afraid of dying? So, yeah. I mean, it's the same for Crucial and Imperium, but mostly even the death curse is really not sure I agree with what he had to. No, I didn't like do it.
I know we had to do it to open the scriptorium, but it's not something I'd want to repeat.
Yes,
And I'm glad
definitely.
we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
That's
And you
interesting.
think this relic
I
might be
admit.
able to save Anne?
Yes.
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
Why? We should tell Ominous. Telling him... No, we should definitely tell Ominous because it would be letting him know that this was not for nothing. Not only did he found closure about his sister, I think it was, but it was worth a shot. We have something. We have a lead as to the curse on Anne, so we should tell
We need
Ominous.
to tell him. He's the reason we found the book, and he deserves to know what you've learned.
Yeah.
You've seen how he frets about the dark arts. I promise I'll tell him when I found the relic. When I know more, I shall send an owl.
Why? This is a
Don't feel
relic.
sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Yes,
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
I'm telling him.
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
I am not letting this go.
Look, I know it's a slippery path, you know. You can't just go... It will be just this once. Because most of the time when something bad continues, when something bad happens, or when someone becomes bad or evil, should I say, that's why it started, just this once. But we're not stopping him from finding a cure with his sister. It's
Ominous,
getting very
Sebastian
interesting.
meant well.
Very
I
interesting.
appreciate you telling Sebastian not to keep this from me, but going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late.
They tried
Their
something.
parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
I can't do that. The best I can do is accompany Sebastian and make sure he doesn't do anything he's going to regret later. Again, okay. This is really interesting. I like how the game made this happen, you know. So we started by knowing, by Sebastian just telling us casually, I have a sister, she's sick, she can come to Hogwarts. Okay, then we continued playing the game, and then Sebastian comes again. Oh, would you like to see my sister? She'd be happy to see someone from Hogwarts. She misses Hogwarts. Okay, we're going to see his sister. Oh, I'm about to find a cure for my sister. I'm not giving up. Struggle with the dad. Okay, but and now this was well put forward. This is really good storytelling, to be honest. I'm very much enjoying this. But now the only issue is we're in an RPG and I have to pick a choice between these two. Now I would like to say something else. And that's something I haven't been able to tell beforehand, and that's just there's no choice there. We can't give Sebastian everything he wants to, and we can't take everything from him either. So we just have to accompany him. Otherwise, giving him too much freedom is going to harm him, and letting him go about it all alone is going to be even worse. Because there's no way we can stop him. So he needs to be accompanied. But I can show concern. I'm not going to give Sebastian freedom, but I can show concern.
Some references Sebastian mentioned in the book do worry me.
I'm glad you understand. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further. But if you think he might, please
He
let me
will.
know.
He will. He just told you
It
he
would mean a
won't heed your warnings. He just told you. You don't need me to tell you. He's going to pursue this course of action, and the only thing I can do is accompany him and try and make sure he doesn't do anything he's going to regret, because it already happened. The crucial curse had to be casted, but again, I don't know if we picked the right choice, to be honest. Because again, if you remember, casting the crucial curse requires you to hate and to wish harm to the person. So I figured the pain might be less of a burden, to be honest. Alright, where are we then? Think to yeah, that's what just just a second away. Quite important, to be honest. It's good. I feel invested in this. I want to help Sebastian. He's not a bad person, but he's going on a dark path, so I want to help him. Okay, talk to Poppy in Hogsmeade Town Circle. This is about the egg. I'm very eager to see about this. Look it on the map, and let's do this straight away. Again, I'm still on this idea of let's really focus on the main quest and the secondary quest with the characters like Sebastian and Poppy, and the dragon and the egg, etc. Really interesting this, but all that is tertiary, because we have some.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead
We have
to
some quests that
Hogsmeade.
are just can you find my husband or something. I might ignore those or do them offline later or after we're done with the game. I'm sure there's plenty of stuff to do still when you've beat the main storyline.
I didn't keep you waiting, did I?
Not at all. I was just at the post office. Gran told me to expect a package, but it looks as if she forgot to send it. She didn't send me an owl this week either. Perhaps she's busy with her research.
Reminds me of this other student that was worried about her uncle, I think, who was some kind of merchant of trader, and he was in troubles with the goblins. I remember this quest because I spent quite a lot of time on defeating the goblins in question. Alright.
What was she sending you?
Only some feed she's been developing. I was going to give it to Professor Howin for the measles.
What kind of research is she doing?
It varies from week to week, but it's always to do with creatures. Last week she was studying leg knots in plimpies.
That's why you get your own interest in them.
What did you find out about the dragon you were tracking?
I realised that she didn't know the poachers had her egg, so when she left Horntail Hall, she would have headed straight to her nest. I went back to the tent and tracked her flight.
How do you track a dragon long after she's gone?
Tree canopies, burn marks, things like that.
Well done. You certainly know what you're doing.
I can't be certain, but I have an idea of one place she may have been heading. I thought we might go and see it for ourselves.
Of course. Shall we leave now?
If that's all right, I want to see how she's faring if she had a collar on. And she's likely frantic about her egg.
With a bit of luck,
Here we are.
she'll remember
I
us.
do think this is where we'll find her. The terrain's typical of where the breed would nest. I suspect it's how the poachers found her to begin with. They likely camped here and logged her patterns. Perhaps nabbed her first and then her egg. Dragons are hard enough to wrangle, let alone maternal ones.
You got all of that from simply standing here.
You'd be surprised how easy it is to think like a poacher. Shall we see if she's home? We only need to return her egg.
You're making this sound simple, but this is a dragon after all.
Yeah.
Hebrideans can be aggressive, but they're also clever. She caught on quickly enough when you showed her how to escape the tent. She'll understand why we're here once she sees her egg. Then we can be finished with the poachers once and for all.
Okay. So yeah, the dragons in the wizarding world are beasts, not sentient creatures. Well, not exactly. We're not keeping the egg. I'm not asking that. I would love to, but putting myself in the skin of my character, I don't want to do that. I want to give the egg back.
If you're right about finding her here, how do we go about returning the egg?
Her nest will likely be in the heart of her den, which she will be keeping guard over. It might also be more charred than anywhere else, I imagine.
Well then, Let's find our dragon and return her egg.
Wonderful. If she sees us flying about, she might take it as a sign of aggression or food. We should stay on foot.
Alright. And do it.
Oh, and one more thing. Let's not agitate her. Goodness knows she's been through enough already. I'm ready when you are.
I wouldn't want that. Don't worry. Where are we? We're in a specific location. I was expecting this. Just wanted to check quickly. Okay. Hey.
There she is, above us. She did make it home safely. Oh, good. It looks as if she wasn't collared like the other dragons.
Not yet, anyway. Oh. Who's going to see us?
Poor thing must be worried
we-
sick, wondering what happened to
Okay.
her egg.
I still should keep it nearby. There we go. Okay.
For what it's worth, she doesn't seem to have spotted us yet.
Let's hope it stays that way. At least until we've done what we came to do.
Levioso! Accio! Descendo! Protego! Stupefy! Levioso! Expelliarmus!
Not exactly what I wanted to do, but that's okay. Should keep an eye on my gear counter. Where are you, Smithy? Thought you were joining us in Borneo. I know you have your hopes about the fighting ring. The true galleons are in Acromantulas. You wouldn't believe how much Violet and I made a few days ago, not to mention Borneo's not half bad to look at. Anyway, we'll be moving in soon. Egypt, perhaps. It's such a relief to not be way down anymore. See you soon, Angus. Okay.
How charming. They keep in touch with each other.
Yes, and they separated from what I can take his main group.
Preparo!
Fantastic.
There she is again.
She's breathtaking.
From a
She has
distance.
seen us. She has definitely seen us. She's not attacking because she's suspecting or perhaps failing something. But I really think she's seen us.
I wonder how good her eyesight is.
Yeah.
I beg your pardon?
I don't imagine the poachers fed her well. And from a distance, we probably look exactly like sheep to her. Hebrideans love sheep.
How lucky for us.
No, I'm getting suspicious. But she also might just not have seen her. And we'll be in trouble when she does spot us, because it's going to happen. You know it, I know it, they know it.
Watch your step.
Pity. She must have been starved to pick off a grapehorn.
Or just raring for a fight.
Mm-hmm.
Quiet. What was that?
This is otherwise a nice place. Yeah, she is. You can see the marking on her chest, yep. Show the egg.
Well, there's
Perhaps.
no turning back now. Remember.
Get past the dragon and go closer to the nest. Okay.
Over here!
Easy enough. With the dash, it's going to be right.
Keep
I
at
believe
it.
in
We've
this.
just got to make it to the nest.
Oh, she isn't making it easy.
Come on, come on, come on.
Not a warm welcome.
It's a little too warm, if you ask me. I don't suppose she listened to reason.
I'd normally try, but we're well past that. If we can get to that, we can get to the nest. Moving, quickly!
Brilliant.
There's the nest. We're almost there.
Yeah, I didn't look around if there was anything of interest. I was just a bit
Why is
preoccupied
that
with.
bridge here broken?
Did she just ask why bridges are broken? And she's flying in here. Yeah, I mean, it is pretty close to the ground, so
Now, if we just return her egg, we can hopefully make it out without
it's not
too
really
much fuss.
surprising. Not really surprising. Wait a second. This is her nest. Yeah, I guess it is. Yep, yep. You can keep it. You can keep it. No, 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 no. Careful. That's quite an experience, isn't it? Guess we should be happy enough to be left unscathed.
That was brilliant! And did you see how clever? She left us perfectly unharmed.
Mm-hmm.
Creatures are a lot cleverer than most people realize.
That's what Gran always says. The important thing is that we survived it, and we returned her egg. Thank you for doing this with me. Wouldn't blame you one bit if you wanted to head back to the castle and never think about dragons again.
Shall we head back? I'm ready if you are.
I am. After our dragon rescue at Horndale Hall, I half expect to be ambushed by poachers any time I'm not in the castle.
Understandable. We did sabotage their fighting ring and steal a dragon egg from them.
True.
And a dragon.
So why haven't they come after us? It's not like them to let things lie. Unless
Unless what?
they haven't let things lie. Oh no, I can't believe I didn't see it. We need to leave. I need to send an owl.
What? Did they go after her grandmother?
How could I have been so blind?
Speak! You're not going anywhere. What? Micah doesn't give
Anne
a
is getting worse.
phlegm.
If there is any chance that the relic from Slytherin's spellbook can help her, I must find it. I'm requesting your help. Meet me outside of Feldcroft, near the catacomb.
Yeah, Micah doesn't give a phlegm about this. Ask her what's going on. Can I help? Can I do something? Who's in danger? Who are you sending an owl to? But oh well. Guess we'll find out later. No! The game shouldn't tell you this. I know it's, we should know about the rewards, but... no! Alright, have to do it. We're not giving up. This is not going to end well.
There's no telling what lies in wait for me in there.
Mm-hmm.
You're here. Good.
Sebastian, that relic you mentioned,
Don't think I've forgotten about your goblin friend. I haven't. But I needed to tell you what I've learned. I believe one of Slytherin's students stumbled upon the relic during an assignment to study sarcophagi in this catacomb. From what I read in a report by the student, they weren't permitted to take it with them, so I must assume it's still here. As I mentioned earlier, this relic grants its holder the power to reverse dark magic curses. If it's in this catacomb, I have to find it. For Anne. I need to see her.
I'd be interested to know what else the student discovered.
Have a look. Unfortunately, there's no name on it, but I suspect if it was important enough for Slytherin to stash in his spellbook, it's worthy of further study.
I'm ready to explore the catacomb. Perhaps we can visit Anne when we've finished.
Perfect. By the way, Ominous has been asking about you. You didn't tell him what we were doing, did you?
I didn't. I promise.
Good. Ominous would be livid if he knew what we were about to do.
Yeah, especially considering what we're going to be forced to do in more than one meaning, more than one way. Student report. The catacomb assignment, you did more than I'd imagined. Learning about our ancestors was illuminating. However, I stumbled upon something else I could not ignore. In an area behind the great room which had suffered decay amid the turned over sarcophagi, I discovered an oddly shaped relic. Immediately, I sensed its power. I would be thrilled to study the relic further, but only if the removal of objects were allowed.
I'll be interested to compare what lies inside to what I've read about this catacomb.
Let's go!
I'm sure that foul smell is the scent of success. Try not to lose your nerve just yet.
What are you on about?
Levioso! Accio! Descendo! Confringo! Bombada! Confringo! At least now we know we're not alone in here.
Perhaps that was it. And the rest of the tomb will be insect-free.
Accio! Yeah, spiders aren't insects.
Don't start. We're here for a reason. I'd say opening them all is justified.
Confringo!
Yeah.
Bombada! Levioso! Accio! Descendo!
I think the game could have benefited from a system of, companion, whereas all your adventures can be done with someone else.
Now this is the sort of great room I want to be buried in.
Surrounded by grandeur.
Grandeur in there.
Depulso! Bones outside a sarcophagus. Seems odd.
Lord.
Confringo! Bombada! Confringo! Bombada!
Ay. Guess we'll have to do it. All the more reasons for me to at some point do this stuff out of or off stream, offline. Yeah. Let's do it again. You know how it goes. All the green gear is going away. And then again, I think we're at a point where we don't really need any more money, so it's not really a big deal. And we already have bought more or less everything we need. And there's still a lot to buy, so I doubt the game would soft lock us in regards to money anyway. There's a lot of cosmetics to buy, I think. Sure. Let's equip this and this. Not to mention it's better. We have a lot of stuff to identify. We'll do this afterwards. Oh yes. Oh, this is some nice gear. Some very, very nice equipment. I didn't expect we would have such strong upgrades, but that's nice. That's nice. I'll take it. I'll take it. I'm still going to try and smug a bit, because we are a student of Hogwarts, and I like to keep things classy. There we go. There we go. I think. Oh, how's this one? It's this one. Okay, and that's all. Yes. Let's go. I'm assuming at some point we'll have the upgrade from what's his name? Alvis Wicks or something. At the broomstick. I should probably not be doing this.
There's something here by the altar.
Oh, I am not going to like this. Yeah, I don't want to open all of this. We're not a Tomb Raider, not exactly anyway.
Bombarder!
Did you hear that?
We're in a tomb. I assume eerie sounds come with the territory. Accio! Wingardium Leviosa!
I am not going to like what's going to happen. Okay, let's just get on with it. I foolishly mentioned the relic in my report and was reminded to leave it where it lay. But research must come before my fealty. Oh Jesus, I didn't expect this one. My fealty to the rules. I sensed something about this relic. I was told that those chosen by English Oak Ones have powerful intuition. I believe it. Therefore, when no one was looking, I acted. I conjured 2 barricades to isolate the relic. Ancestors forgive me, but I used their very bones as the key. I plan to return to it, but first I must ready myself for our next assignment. Learning the Imperious Curse. The spell is said to serve well against enemies.
What did you find?
Nope, I didn't find anything. We cannot access the tomb. Let's leave. No? I have to go on with this? Alright.
Looks like part of a student's diary. It mentions plans to return for the relic and conjuring barricades using bones.
Of course. The student's summary referenced the space beyond the Great Room, which means this can't be a dead end. Let's divide and conquer. You work on sorting out the bone barricades, I'll look around and see what we missed. Hold on to that diary entry. There may be more to it.
It does mention something else. It says their next assignment was learning the Imperious Curse.
Really? Interesting. We need to focus on moving beyond this room. But let me think for a moment.
I wonder, because the first dialogue we had with this character being in the Slytherin command room was something like, do you think we should be learning something out of school? And we said yes, out of curiosity. This was like an innocent answer. This was not something that was supposed to have a meaning later on. But I'm starting to think this is as much of an RPG as it does look like it is. Perhaps Sebastian's fate is going to be linked to all the answers we ever gave him. That would be bad. Because we have been encouraging him at the beginning, anyway.
Do you think the pages were left here on purpose?
Slytherin mentioned a student who excelled in charms and always carried a satchel stuffed full of notes. They might have been left on purpose, or the student may have simply dropped them.
Of course. I'll start to search for those barricades.
Brilliant. There's more to this than even I imagined. Look, bones on either side of this arch.
Leave no stone unturned. Or in this case, no bone. We've made it this far, but clearly we have more to do. Accio! Lumos! Accio! Lumos! Accio! Reparo! Lumos!
I do not like this. I really don't like this. I have a bad feeling.
Bombarda! Confringo! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Confringo! Bombarda! Defender! Accio! Wingardium Leviosa! Accio!
Should I be confused? Okay, I wouldn't mind a bit of a clue here, game. Don't see what I'm supposed to do.
Flipendo! Lumos! Reparo! Revelio!
No, I don't see anything apart from this one. which we don't know yet. Oh, that already was a good idea though. Yes. Oh.
Accio, Wingardium Leviosa. Accio, Wingardium Leviosa.
Okay, I still don't like this, but at least I should be able to find a way over there. Though. Should have guessed. Should have guessed. I was more thinking of you have to sacrifice bones on the stone that was there.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Go on.
Accio, Wingardium Leviosa.
Oh.
Accio, Wingardium Leviosa.
Rickety bone bridge complete.
I don't think that's really good tastes about humor. Okay, just a bonus, I guess. Or perhaps that's actually where we get the remaining bones we need. Alright. Let's bring bones, I guess.
You've done it. I knew we'd get through. I felt it in my bones.
Nice.
No! Don't encourage him.
Before we trudge on further, I've just realized something. The student's diary mentions the Imperious Curse. I wouldn't be surprised if we're going to need it here. It's an unforgivable, but useful when you're outnumbered. Places the victim completely under the caster's control. So, if you'd like to learn Imperio, I can teach you.
No.
Where did you learn the Imperious Curse?
I taught myself. Don't tell Ominous that I've told you. It's not exactly something I can brag about, but it may come in handy. I think you ought to know it.
That is very, very concerning. Not only does that mean that a kid, teenager if you'd rather, can learn the Imperious Curse by themselves, but you went out of your way to do it. No.
I don't think learning the Imperious Curse is a good idea.
Not if I don't have to.
But we've no idea what may lie ahead. But I shan't press you. I'll have your back no matter what we face in there. Here we go. Something troubling ahead. Be on your guard. Confringo. Bombarda.
Okay.
Another barricade. Considering how well you did on the last one, this should be a
Accio.
cinch.
How gracious of you.
I try.
Accio.
That worked. Keep going.
Okay.
Wingardium Leviosa.
Just understood how it works. Yeah, there may be more over there though. What about down here? I see big spiders.
Confringo! Potato! Stupefy!
I think I just targeted the dead one.
Confringo! Bombarda! Confringo! Confringo! Bombarda!
There we go.
Confringo! Bombarda! Defender! Defender!
I wonder, does it stay transformed?
Accio!
Yeah. As soon as you interact with it, the metamorphosis is gone.
Such a mess.
Bit dramatic, isn't it?
Confringo!
Come on. Okay, I guess there's nothing. Okay. Oh.
Bombarda! This catacomb has suffered decay, just as the student's summary described.
I doubt anyone's been here in quite some time.
Silence. I'm just concerned about the gear. The loot. Don't care if it's better. Oh, hold on. I care if this one is better. But take it off, please. Thank you. Yep, delete. It would actually be good news if level 30 was max level. I can't open it again? Really? Yeah, just lose one piece of gear. That might be much better than what I have. I'm hoping level 30 is the max level, because it would mean that I could slowly and surely get to gear myself properly with trades and stuff. Don't want to waste the resources, the ingredients for now, but if we're reaching max level, then we would definitely be interested in optimizing our gear. Okay, where were we? So this requires this one. Yep, and this one.
You are head and shoulders above these bones. Nicely done. Accio!
We're not done yet. This one and this one. Okay, it doesn't want to. I guess I have to open this one first. But there's no way. Oh, is it just not going to work? Oh no, it did work. Just doesn't light up. Okay.
I see why Slytherin's student was so entranced with this place.
Do you?
Bombarda. Confringo. Confringo. Bombarda. Defender. Bombarda. Confringo. Confringo.
Come on, I was dodging. Just sliding towards me. Okay, I should have a proper set of spells to deal with these ones. And I'm going to go like this. Sounds good.
Incendio. Confringo. Bombarda. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Bombarda. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Bombarda. Confringo. Incendio. Descendo. Incendio. Bombarda. Confringo.
For a
There we
moment
go.
there, I thought that'd never end.
Incendio. Accio. Dead end. Lovely. All that for nothing.
Hold on, don't give up yet.
The relic contains abundant potential. Its possibilities could benefit not only Wizardkind, but the world. But the dark sacrifice involved to realize its intent may be too great. Until we know more, please do not remove this relic. The dark sacrifice involved to realize its intent may be too great. So you have to use Imperial to use it?
Sebastian! The relic! Look!
Could it be?
The note and rendition of the relic. It matches. This must be where the student left the relic.
I can't believe it. After all this, it lines up. We've really found it.
What do you suppose is meant by the dark sacrifice required to realize the relic's potential?
I have no idea, but we're here for the relic.
The note advises to leave the relic alone.
I assure you, we were meant to find this. For Anne's sake, I'm taking it. Let's get to Feldcroft. I must keep this relic secret, especially from my uncle.
You know, the worst part of this is his sister is going to feel guilty about all of this. Even if she gets cured, she's going to feel so bad that he had to go through all this trouble for her. I hope she can see that she didn't ask for any of it and Sebastian is the only one to blame.
Is that ominous? Ominous. The sounds we kept hearing. It was you.
You gave me no choice. I had to follow you. Sebastian, please, leave the relic alone. We can find another way to help Anne.
I'm sorry, Ominous, but I'm taking it.
No, you're not. If you won't put it back, then I will.
Oh no!
Hold on,
no,
both of you.
No,
Sebastian, please, take a step back.
Fine.
Oh no!
But Ominous knows I won't step back from a fight.
Can't believe this.
Oh, this is bad.
How much did you hear?
Everything. I was glad to hear you tell Sebastian to leave the relic. We need to stand together. Convince Sebastian this is wrong.
And if nothing will change his mind?
Something has to. I need your help.
You're right. This seems far riskier than Sebastian realizes.
Good. We're agreed. We don't allow him to leave here with the relic.
I do think we should talk to him, but I fear we won't stop him from taking the relic.
What are you suggesting?
I'm suggesting we negotiate. We allow Sebastian to leave with the relic under one condition. After this, no more.
I feel that's what we agreed to in the scriptorium. I'm being taken for a fool.
You're
He's
not
right.
ominous. This may be the only way to keep your friendship intact. Let's trust him to know what's best.
You can't.
Fine. If I trust him on this, I'm trusting you too. The dark arts seem harmless until it's too late. Go then. Leave with the relic. I'll not say a word more. I hope I don't regret this.
You will.
Sebastian, we're ready.
It's not going
What
to
is
end
it?
well.
I haven't changed my mind.
Ominous has. Let's go.
What? Ominous?
I'll explain on the way. Come on.
This is not going to end well. I feel bad for Ominous. I can understand Sebastian's motivations, but he can see the danger, so...
Well, what happened back there?
Ominous and I found a compromise.
Ominous simply needs a moment with you and he'll change his mind. Is that it?
I told him we ought to give you this chance, that the relic is too important to ignore.
There has to be more to it than that. Tell me.
We agreed on what was needed, Sebastian. You have my word.
I never wanted to keep all this from Ominous. He just doesn't understand. And I did want to learn it all over again.
Opening all of these is tempting.
We're here for a reason. I'd say opening the door is justified. Finding a chest in an inconspicuous loft. Brilliant.
Why you have to comment when I find just cosmetics? What is it going to be?
As we were leaving,
There's a catch.
Ominous wouldn't even acknowledge me. That's not like him.
He was troubled, Sebastian. Even though we agreed to it all, it's been a lot to take in.
I thought he understood. He knew we couldn't give up. All of this is too important. For Anne.
the game is showing. I don't know where this is going. I don't know. I don't even know if we're going to cure Anne. I don't know if he's going to turn into a Dark Wizard or if he's going to see how dangerous all this was. This is intriguing. This is further interesting. And given the dark turn,
I'd rather Anne not know what had to be done to get this relic. She thinks like ominous. It'd only upset her.
She's right. Should listen to her. But yeah, the events have taken a dark turn, and I wouldn't be surprised if it kept going this way. It could end up killing Anne and making
No,
Sebastian a Dark
this
Wizard or
isn't
something.
What is it?
Smoke! Over there, by the hamlet.
I thought it was a chimney, but they did seem a bit too thick to be.
Feldkroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
Your spells glance off of me.
Leviosa! Accio! Descendo! Expelliarmus!
Nothing fighting since before.
Keep out the way! Keep out of storm reach!
You can't. I'm a goblin, not a toy. Quiet.
Bombarda! Incendio!
Why is this sentinel? I want to do the challenge. Why is the sentinel? There is one, or there was one? Oh, yeah, well, I'll get another chance this way. That's one way to get it. Wait.
Oh no, this isn't good.
Back to it.
What is it?
Smoke! Feldkroft's in trouble. They're under attack.
Let's hurry.
Well, I use a mandrake. Okay.
Wonder who makes it.
Pity. That's your best.
We've got them. They'll retreat. We'll make it.
Wasn't it?
Confringo!
Provoking them! Handling it! Just you wait till I'm on. Stay back! Keep out the way!
There's nowhere to go. We have to fight.
Keep out of the cold's reach! Confringo!
He's going to kill himself.
Boy! What have you done?
Why do you have to use this
Save
one?
my sister.
With an unforgivable curse. From that damned book, no doubt. Your father would be ashamed. You've gone too far, Sebastian. Stay away from her. From all of us.
What did my uncle expect me to do? The
Something,
Imperial
yes.
curse saved Anne's life.
Like
That goblin
an
was going to kill
Accio,
her.
the Pulsar, the Flipendo, whatever. Everything but the Imperial Curse. Why was it needed?
There was little time to react, but it was an unforgivable curse.
I acted in the moment. That's all. I shall make my uncle see reason. He cannot banish me from my own home.
Even
from my
the simplest
sister.
one,
It might be best
Superfly.
to let him calm down a while. May I speak to him? Perhaps I can help to ease the tension a bit.
You may be right. Very well. Probably best if I get away from here for a while. I'll head back to Hogwarts.
This is all quite bad. Can I sell things? No. Town is under attack after.
What was he thinking?
Pardon me, Mr. Sallow.
What Sebastian did was inexcusable. You cannot possibly be about to defend him.
Sebastian acted rashly, but he acted out of instinct to save Anne.
Out of instinct? With an unforgivable curse? This family does not resort to using dark magic even against our enemies. What Sebastian did cannot be undone. That you are defending Sebastian's behavior at all tells me everything I need to know. You are as guilty as he is. Sebastian is to come nowhere near Feldcroft, nowhere near Anne. Unforgivable curses are so named for a reason. If I hear that either of you continues down this path, if either of you uses dark magic, I will notify the headmaster immediately.
You actually should. Right now.
Why,
Shouldn't wait about
Sebastian?
He's right. They are named unforgivable for a reason.
What do we...
Hello, Hamora.
And there's like no way for your character not to do any of these. I mean, you can just tell him, no, you're on your own. Just stop, you know. I mean, the only reason to do this is to actually not do the quest, but that doesn't solve anything. You're just not doing the content. You know, you should have an option to tell him no, no more. But I don't think you can. Not sure. Okay, let's wait. Because we want these team guys. Then we'll go and sell our gear and head back to Hogwarts.
Right now, then,
Identify
guys.
the remaining gear we have. And then continue on. The game is a bit laggy, but it's been a while since I restarted my computer, so that's on me. That's not
Seems a
on the
pleasant
stream.
enough little place.
Is the merchant still away? Yes, they are. Well, let's head back to Hogwarts. Identify our gear, and then go and sell it. Let's do another one. Okay. Now let's check it all. Gear. Let's see. It's quite nice. That is very nice. Okay. Okay. The legendary gear is starting to feel once again like legendary gear. Okay. Have anything else that would be better? I don't think so. Good. Yeah, this is better. Extraordinary. Yes. We are once again going to change the appearance of all of this. No. There we go. And this. There we go. Good. Let's not waste any time. And let's head to Hogsmeade to sell everything. What is this? Yeah. See, this is the kind of quest I'd probably do out of stream because I'm not sure this is very interesting to do live.
Does it get any more cozy than Hogsmeade?
It doesn't.
We have everything a young student might need when it comes to potions. Have a good look around.
Let's sell everything. We'll stop by the spellcraft shop, actually. Because with all the money we're about to make, should be able to buy more stuff. And I'll try to make something nice in the room of requirement. There we go.
I hope to see you again. Thank you again for delivering those potions to Madame Lowing. Saved me a lot of time and trouble.
Okay, this is done. Next. Next, Hogwarts. This is where I want to go, and right here. Okay. Let's go to Fetchcraft and speak with Sebastian. I have a feeling the Imperial Curse is going to be involved in the using the relic. Either that,
What are you up to
over
now?
over Death Curse. Because we didn't need the Imperial Curse for in order to recover the artifact. So probably during to use it, you need the Imperial Curse. Not sure. Now, Sebastian will be completely lost if he ever considers using the Death Curse. Because it's coming, it's coming. This whole quest line is about the
Did you speak with my
curse.
uncle?
So, it's
I
coming.
wish I had better news about your uncle and
It's
Anne.
coming.
Well, what did he say?
I'm afraid he wants you nowhere near Feldcroft. Nor Anne.
I had to stop that goblin from killing my sister. He had no right to banish me from my own twin. If he thinks banishing me means I'm going to give up on Anne, he's sorely mistaken.
He also said he cannot excuse the use of dark magic in any form, and that if he hears of either of us using it, he'll go straight to Professor Black.
Huh? That relic, dark magic or not, is the key to saving Anne.
You don't know that.
To reverse that curse. I will not lose Anne for good. I should send the crest to Anne. She'll know that we need to meet.
I'm afraid I don't follow.
Nothing, just a thought. Now I'm more determined than ever to learn what power that relic has.
See, this is the kind of things you hear often in this kind of situation. I want to do I want to go through this even more than I wanted before. So because someone forbade you from doing it, it drives you even more to it.
What did you mean you'd send Anne a crest so that she'd know to meet you?
We just lost our parents, and we were packing up to go and live with Solomon. We couldn't take everything. She was carefully organizing her prized possessions, a box of artifacts she'd collected to do with our family. Jewelry, cards, old photographs. She got to her favorite, a handmade crest, and without a second thought, she handed it to me. "This will keep you safe," she said. "It holds no enchantment, but I've kept it with me since. That's how I can reach Anne. I'll get the crest to her with plans to meet."
Be careful, Sebastian. Your uncle could intercept it. We'll be expelled.
Even if Ominous is upset with us, he has no love lost for his family. He'd use their connections to the headmaster if we needed his help.
You're thinking about using your friends for your own needs, when he has already sacrificed a lot of his, how should I say it, values for us. So
I shall
you're
wait to
asking
hear
a
from you
lot
then.
of amenities.
Thank you.
This friendship is going
I
to be
very
ruined
much
by
appreciate
some time.
you standing by me through all of this.
I'm not standing by you. I'm watching over you.
I'll send you an hour when
There's
I have
a
news.
big difference, and I'm failing quite hard at this because that's not something the game actually thought about, you know, which is a bit sad. It's either I'm just giving up on you, I'm just abandoning you as a friend, because we're his friend after all, especially when you were Slytherin. We're supposed to be his friend, and either I'm just giving up on you or I'm just going through it with you, but there's no middle ground. Which, in a way, might be the whole message, you know, but hey. I should be a Hufflepuff, giving all I'm doing, you know. I'm being loyal to my friend. I'm not going to let them slip into a dark path all by their own. And try and remain on the right course of action. Anyhow, I think it's about time we get to meet Amid. Or not. Should we do this? Let's do this one. We'll do this one and then we'll continue on the main quest. Now we will finally know what is so dreadful about these poachers. What are they doing? Let's wait.
Oh,
Let's
good, you're safe.
just slip there.
There you are. You were in such a state when you left.
The poachers got to my gran. Someone recognized me in Horntail Hall and they got to her.
What do you mean? Is she all right?
She's fine, thank goodness. But they were at her house, our house. They assumed I'd sent the egg there. She said they took the whole place apart looking for it, screaming that we'd cost them everything.
I'm sorry, Poppy. I'm glad she's all right. I don't think either one of us could have anticipated that.
I should have known. I underestimated the poachers. And now another creature's in danger.
What do you mean?
The poachers refused to leave empty-handed, so they took valuable journals that Gran had discovered when she was researching rare creatures. One of them contained theories about a secret hiding place of the Snidget, long thought to be extinct.
Exactly what kind of creature is a Snidget?
It's a small bird with golden feathers. It's incredible. It has rotational wings that allow it to dart quickly in any direction. In fact, the golden snitch in Quidditch
Oh,
is based
yes,
on the Snidget,
yes.
which barbarically was actually used in the sport hundreds of
This
years
sounded
ago.
familiar, indeed.
Why would Snidgets be valuable to poachers?
They could make more money with Snidgets than they ever would have fighting dragons. The golden Snidget's feathers and eyes are incredibly valuable. That's why they're believed to be extinct. They were hunted out of existence by wizard kind. If the poachers found some now, I can't bear to think about the horrific way they'd be bred and killed for profit.
Which shows that wizards are no better than muggles.
Where exactly are these Snidgets allegedly hidden?
Gran says the journals were a bit cryptic, which is good. Perhaps the poachers won't be clever enough to find the birds. From what she recalls, the journals only noted that the key to finding them lay in the moonlight. Gran thinks it can be narrowed down to a handful of locations.
You have underestimated the poachers once. Don't do it again.
I take it you aren't going to let the poachers anywhere near the Snidgets.
Gran wants me to stay out of it, but I know she's devastated that poachers might go after the Snidgets, if they still exist. We had the element of surprise on our side when we saved that dragon, but the poachers will be watching for us now.
We need allies. Others who hate the poachers enough to help us, who value creatures as much as...
Merlin's beard! You're a genius! The centaurs! They'd want the Snidgets protected at all costs.
Sounds as if we need to go and talk to the centaurs.
We'll need to be careful in how we approach them. Tensions with them are high. Still, I think they may be our only hope. Let me think on it.
Okay, does
I'll
that
let
mean...
you know as soon as I have a plan.
Okay. That was just a discussion and a decision to be made. I guess we're going to this other quest then. Talk to Amid. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. Well... Okay, no, I'm just an idiot. Go back. No. Yes? What's this? Nah. Alright, we want to go up.
Sometimes the prefect gets sent to me.
Oh, how fun and fly! You must try it.
Hello there.
Alright, here's the one.
Hello, Amit. Do I recall you saying that you speak gobbledygook?
I did. I do. Speak it. Is this to do with the goblin I saw you with in Hogsmeade?
It is. His name is Lodgok. We could use your help with something. He's waiting for me near a goblin mine. Would you be willing to help?
Of course. How exciting. Well, might this be dangerous?
I think he simply wants to show me something that involves gobbledygook. If it helps, he's a friend of Sirona's.
Good to hear. Good to hear. If Sirona trusts him, then I feel much better.
You said you know gobbledygook, but how well?
I've been reading it for as long as I've been reading English. My parents have an extensive library. Once I grew bored with the classics, I devoured goblin writings. I'd tell you some titles, but you wouldn't understand them.
You could translate them, there must be something.
Have you ever spoken directly to a goblin?
Unbelievably, no. I'm so looking forward to it. Actually conversing in gobbledygook with a native speaker. Cannot wait to confirm subtle bits of pronunciation and tone that may have eluded me, being self-taught and all.
Yeah, I can imagine the challenge very well.
Lodgok is waiting. Should we go?
Of course. I just want to check the pronunciation of a couple of key terms first. So I will meet you there.
Revelio.
Astronomic telescope. This telescope is the finest stargazing instrument of its kind. Perfect for viewing the moon and the stars and anything else one might find in the night sky. It is impressive. Alright. Back to the map. Back to the world map. And down we go. I won't say I'm really hopeful because I'm not sure this is something they...
Are we?
I'm not sure this is even something they will consider, but if there ever is a New Game Plus mode of this game, that would be thrilling, to be honest. Be able to do the whole game yet again, perhaps even in more challenging difficulty, but with all the spells you already have unlocked, all the gear and stuff, that would be really, really interesting. That would be really nice. Or even just do the whole story again, you know.
A friend who speaks gobbledygook is meeting us. Before he arrives, perhaps you could tell me why we're here?
Of course. Unfortunately, presenting Ranrock with the Helmet of Urtkot did not have the effect I'd hoped. Because he knew the details surrounding its plunder, he presumed I'd had help from a witch or wizard in retrieving it.
How else did he expect Goblinkind to get the helmet back? Seems he has no interest in making amends with you.
I'm afraid we do not have the luxury of rational expectation when it comes to Ranrock. Damn Bragbor and his blasted journals.
Bragbor?
An ancestor of Ranrock's, renowned metal worker. If we are to work together, I suppose I must tell you more. Not long ago, Ranrock sent me to collect a recently unearthed set of Bragbor's journals. They described repositories that Bragbor had been commissioned to build for a group of witches and wizards.
What do you mean, repositories?
Large, magically fortified receptacles crafted from goblin metal. Ranrock recruited others to help me locate the repositories. We were to search anywhere that was connected to 5 names mentioned in the journals: Rackham, Fitzgerald, Bakar, Morganach, and Rookwood.
Rookwood Castle.
That is where we began our search.
Why does Ranrock care so much about these repositories?
He cares about what they contain. For centuries, wizards have refused to share their magical knowledge with goblins. Your kind will not even let us carry wands. Thus, many goblins, myself included, have spent our lives mistrusting wizard kind.
Barely so.
Ranrock was convinced that the repositories contained a magical power that wizards wanted to keep for themselves.
True.
He is determined to take it for goblin kind. But
Here comes my friend Amit. Probably best to continue our conversation later.
Greetings, Lord Gok. It is an honor, sir.
You speak gobbledygook.
Oh, Bagalio.
Enough. Please do not tell me that was meant to be gobbledygook.
Well, yes. Perhaps my pronunciation was a bit off. I imagine certain dialects differ.
Pronunciation is not the issue. I barely recognize that as language. I trust you can read gobbledygook better than you can speak it?
Yes,
I can,
hopefully.
Sir Lord Gok.
Just Lord Gok. Thankfully, we only need someone who can decipher written plans, since I cannot join you in the mine.
What written plans? And why can't you come with us?
We need some idea of what Ranrock knows or is plotting. I suspect a careless loyalist may have left plans behind. And I'm unable to join you because I cannot risk anyone reporting my presence to Ranrock. All you need to do is not be seen, either by the eye above the enchanted door or a loitering loyalist.
What else should we know about the enchanted door?
The door will not open while the eye can see you. You and your friend must be invisible to it to gain access. From what I know of wizard magic, that shouldn't be too difficult to achieve.
Amit and I can do this.
I will await your return. I shall see you soon.
Let's end this. Let's go. Just taking the flow flame nearby.
Lovely to see you both.
Yes.
Akio! The door is looking at us.
Yes, of course.
Alright, hopefully we won't have the same kind of fight we had
So
earlier.
rarely prepare one for reality. A real goblin mine. It's even grander than I had expected.
There's not a lot to see for now. Contain your excitement.
I cannot believe I met a goblin.
Let's just learn what we can and get out.
Look at this lift. Impressive workmanship for so simple a device.
Impressive workmanship aside, it's the only way forward.
I still can't believe we're inside a real goblin mine. I've read about mines like this, but seeing one is something else altogether.
One less human to worry about.
What?
Amit, you'll need to stay close to me. I've dealt with worse enemies than these.
Cool.
Watch your step round here.
Petrificus Totalis.
Ranrock is sure to appreciate the extra work we're doing.
Oh.
Where are those plans gone? I had schematics in my hand a moment ago.
Ready to fight. Matter of time till Ranrock sets things right.
Petrificus Totalis.
That was a little more than I'm used to.
I'll get us through his safely,
We'll be
Amit.
fine.
You have my word. We're being watched. By a door.
Did I miss one? There's something's off. What am I missing?
We won't get through as long as we can be seen by that eye.
Can we get through without just without power? I think that's what we're missing now. Never mind me. I was expecting to see some current of energy here, but before, but no. Okay.
Incendio.
I feel like a character from one of the adventure books I read during the summer holidays.
Let's take a look around, Amit. See if we can find any plans.
Let's move.
Bound to be plans around here somewhere. A schematic. They're building something. I can't quite make it out. Curious. Let me know if you see any more plans or schematics. We can't return to Lodgok empty-headed.
What? Please don't try to make burn ever again. Don't.
If I'm translating this correctly, and I think that I am, they're building something rather large. But what? I will get to the bottom of what they've been building down here.
I'm on for a bacon and mushroom stew.
There are way too many of them. Let's get a few ones while we can.
Petrificus Totalis.
control is worthless.
Sneaky. No one heard that. Okay, I guess.
Wouldn't mind a plum job at Gringotts. Suit me, sitting around all day. Mind you, suppose it could get a bit boring. Incendiary. Look there! Quiet as a grapple, you are.
Back here.
Go.
Devil's snare. Nasty stuff if we're not careful.
Not an entanglement we need right now.
This here and this here.
Lumos.
Anything else? Oh,
Lumos.
Lumos!
let's get going.
Right. Don't wish to be seen, do we?
Back here.
Wizard kind will submit to us once the war is over.
Petrificus totalis. Petrificus totalis.
What was that? Seems though I'm not alone.
Okay, let's use. Yes.
How many of them are there?
That should be the last of them I'll meet.
Why isn't it working? What am I missing? Ooh. That's not where we just came from, is it? It is. Okay. I'm just supposed to go through the door again. Oh well.
Incendio.
This is not good. They're building enormous drills, bigger than this mine could contain.
Let's get out of here and tell Lodgok what we found.
Now, given there was a picture on this plan, I am quite confident I could have guessed that without your help, and no offense taken.
I need a moment to catch my breath. This was more than I bargained for.
Come on,
I'm glad
we
you
didn't
came
even
with
fight.
me, Amit.
No,
Now that we know what they're up to, we can get out of here.
it was pointless. I mean,
Hello, Amora.
I guess Amit told her the size of it, you know. So, let's get out of here.
Back here. We're almost out of here, Amit. Look, the lift.
A welcome sight indeed.
There was the lift, but we didn't take it. And out. Perfect. Now, Lodgok. Do you have any idea about what this drill is going to be used for?
Can we please talk about what just happened?
Yes?
That wasn't so bad, was it?
It was. It really was. I'm afraid I've had enough adventure for one day. For a lifetime, perhaps.
Thank you, Amit. I couldn't have done it without you. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to have a word with Lodgok.
Understood? I'll leave you to it. Your goblin secrets are safe with me, but I get to write the book about this escapade someday.
Why not?
Without further ado, adieu.
They're building enormous drills. We found their plans. Ranrock must be searching for the repositories.
I fear you are correct. Other than Rookwood Castle, however, I do not know where else he plans to search.
I've been wondering about something else you said before we entered the mine.
Yes?
If you share Ranrock's views, then why are you helping me?
I expected Rookwood Castle to be deserted when I arrived to begin my search. So was surprised to find a witch there who had set up a sort of improvised research site. She was studying something so intently that she almost didn't notice me. When she looked up, I thought she would react with fear.
That can be
or disdain.
That can be
But instead she did something that I will never forget. Without a moment's hesitation, she smiled and asked me to sit with her. She told me that she was a researcher and showed me a small, oddly shaped container with a strange symbol on it. She was certain it was made of goblin metal, but was unable to open
Fig's
it.
wife.
She wanted to work together.
Miriam.
Yes. But how did you...
Professor Fig's wife. He told me of her research, and I know of the container.
Ah. The reverence with which she talked of goblins and their intelligence and skill, it caught me entirely off guard. I'd never been treated with such respect by a witch or wizard. So, to my surprise, I let her study the container if she would allow me to search the castle on my own. We parted ways, with her promising to share what she'd learned. More of Ranrock's recruits arrived, and we began to dig, eventually locating the first repository. Ranrock was thrilled with our discovery, but furious when I told him about Miriam. Berated me for trusting a witch, and I heard she'd been killed.
You think Ranrock murdered her?
I don't want to believe it, but I don't know. After that, something shifted in me. I had seen how the power from the repositories was transforming Ranrock, transforming all of them. I could no longer remain a part of it.
Thank you, Lodgok, for telling me this.
I tell you all of this so that you understand what is at stake. Ranrock never found all of Bragbor's journals, but the ones he did find suggest that Bragbor at some point built a repository far greater in size than the one beneath Rookwood Castle. What you've discovered here today worries me deeply. If Ranrock learns of the location of that repository, I fear we shall be destined for a great war. I will find out what Ranrock knows. Watch for my owl.
Wow. Lot to take in. So there's supposedly a very large repository of ancient magic somewhere.
What do you have in store for me this time?
Think this later. Okay. Okay, that's a lot to take in. I don't think we have any quests at the moment, so yeah, we should be waiting for an outcome. How are we going to proceed with this? I don't know. Let's actually try something quickly. We just need to pass time for a bit in order to receive the owl, so we'll just go and try to find the guys in this village.
It's like a place right out of a...
Revelio.
And here are the owls.
Even more impressive than the last. Come by Spintwitches as soon as you can.
Okay, we might need to be at night time to see it with the Revelio spell. If I recall correctly, that's
We should speak with
a
Mr.
thing.
Bickle's friends. I believe I can sneak away without drawing my mother's eye. Meet me near Hogsmeade, and we will devise a plan.
Is that it? I think it is.
I think I know how and where to approach.
Aloha, Mora.
Meet me in the Forbidden Forest.
Mine now, Demi guys.
Alright. Let's head straight away for Hogsmeade. And see about the broom upgrade. I think this is the yes, this is the second one.
Hogsmeade,
And then
here
we
I
have to
come.
do the third trial and possibly have a third upgrade later on. Which will probably allow us to beat all of the records.
Hello again. Wonderful to see you. As before, I've arranged a special price on the broom upgrade for you.
Special price? I'm testing this out for you.
You'll be thrilled with that
Okay.
broom, I promise you.
Might as well while we're at it. There we go.
Thanks for stopping by. You're all set with the new upgrade. I can't wait to hear what you think. This may sound presumptuous, but...
You'd like me to report back with even more flight details.
You know me well. I feel I'm almost there. I just think I can improve broom flight a bit more. Miss Ray's is running a time trial at the South Coast course. Not ideal, really, what with rumours of Ranrock's lot and Ashwinders infiltrating the place. However, if you're flying high above them, you should be all right, I think.
I'm not worried, Mr. Weeks. I'll see if I can find Imelda.
I hope you are able to complete these trials. I have a feeling this final upgrade is going to be a sweeping success. Do be careful, of course. I shall look forward to hearing from you soon.
All right.
I look forward to our next meeting.
Sounds like a plan. Sky's the limit.
Perhaps I could test out my new upgrade on the way.
Yep. Quests. Yeah, the headmistress speaks. Oh, yes, that's right. It was probably something to do with Professor Black. Let's do this one straight away. Which means up. World map. Or rather just, you know, Hogwarts region. Okay, there's quite the way to go down. Okay, let's go. We'll try and take as many flow flames as we can on the way. But I do want to get this done. And then we are taking care of...
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented flu powder.
Of Honori's quests, and then Poppy. I think it was Poppy. Yes, about the poachers and the centaurs. Alright, let's go. I'm not turning the right way, am I? Ah. Let's pop these balloons. On, up, come on. What I have no idea what my character is doing sometimes. Okay. And okay, good. Now, where was it? I think I saw it for a second. It's a passage in the way. Is it here? No, it's not.
I wouldn't give a cat of mushroom tea.
Sounds like it's here.
Lumos.
Petrificus totalis. Be used for better things than this so-called
The ends petrify the means. Alright. Why not?
goblins will...
There's a boss up here. I mean, there's no bosses there. Easy.
You only have Ranrock to blame.
So are we on this? We are on the other side. Nice.
What are
Alright.
you up to now?
Level 30 and still earning some experience. Level 40? Full flame, let's get it. Come on. Let's get inside then. There we go. Let's do this one quickly since we're here. Come on, down. Oh, okay, okay. To be expected. You must be kidding! You've climbed walls 3 times higher than this! Come on! Thank you.
Reparo.
Okay.
Accio.
Okay.
Bombarder. Lumos.
Ooh, Lord. Oh, the frame rate is suffering heavily there. Ooh, ooh, jeez. Ooh. I definitely think next time I'm going to restart my computer. Oh, Lumos is not healthy. Take it out. Oh, yes, that was the Lumos. Jesus. Okay. Now.
Incendio.
Base. And
Accio.
what did that do, though? What did I do?
Wingardium Leviosa.
Hmm?
Leviosa.
What?
Accio.
Okay. That's good enough. Yeah.
That wasn't too hard.
Excellent. Yes. Take this. Okay. And I'll take. Fair enough. This as well. Good. Back. These. Anything else in here? I do not think so. Well then. Well then. Way off. Must be a way out of here. In here. Okay, back to it. The balloons! Is that a landing pad or something? Looks like it is. I have no idea what this does, but okay. This is quite right, but we're just exploring all the rest of the area, which makes me think even more that we are slowly but surely approaching the conclusion of this story. I don't think there'll be a lot more after the third trial, to be honest. Things are likely to pick up the pace after this. Come on. Yep, I saw the full flame. Going back for it in a second. Ooh. Where was it?
Off on another adventure, are we?
Absolutely. See you later. Again? Okay. I still don't know what these are, but you know. If you can collect it, I'll collect it. And here we are.
The course looks rather deserted. I hope everything's all right.
I'm over here.
Hello again, Imelda. This course is a bit far from the castle, isn't it?
Obviously. Evidently too far for most of our classmates. Pathetic. They should be begging me to keep these trials alive, not running scared. I'm surprised our new 5th year showed up. I suppose I appreciate the effort.
That's actually... thank you.
I know I can be impatient, but I get frustrated by those who don't take things as seriously as I do.
Perhaps you
and
should
in my
take
experience,
things a bit
that's
lighter.
everyone. Anyway, don't let it go to your head. Right then, enough chatter. I'm confident I've posted a time you won't be able to beat.
We'll soon see how I fare, won't we? I'm ready.
Get ready to lose.
Let's go.
That wasn't too difficult.
God, don't say that. You jinxed it. Yes. Oh lord. This doesn't look like it, but it's so hard to control sometimes. Jeez. Okay. Okay.
Brilliant flying, if I do say so myself.
Yeah. Don't get too cocky. We're not done yet. 2 more minutes. 2 more minutes at this speed and pace. Oh lord. Okay, I got one. Okay.
This is going well.
Yeah, you jinxed it again! No!
Brilliant.
Okay. 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 Oh lordy lord. Okay.
That wasn't too
Should
difficult.
be there soon. Cheeky! Cheeky! Fortunately, there's no like collisions.
Now that's more like
Oh
it.
lord, oh lord, oh lord. Yeah, took a sharp one there. Yep. Yep. We are way ahead of time.
This is rather fun.
Ooh, I don't know what it looks like with the final upgrade, but okay. Was this the best time possible? Let me take a look.
That was quite something.
Impressive work today, but don't get too comfortable. I'll be on your heels in no time. My family's not going to believe the news when I tell them. They're almost as competitive as I am.
Almost.
Almost.
I don't care. I'm
It's
sorry.
been
I
fun
don't
competing against your records, Imelda.
It has been fun. Glad you're here. 5th year. You're an asset to our
So
house.
contemptuous. Gee.
You take care of yourself.
So, tell me, what is it?
I should let Mr. Weeks know that this was his best upgrade yet.
Damn. 8 seconds? That's a lot. That sounds like a lot anyway. Game is so laggy. 5 kilometers. Or miles, is it? I don't know. Okay, we are definitely not flying nor walking all the way up there. So let's just go to Hogsmeade and port there. So that will be done. And we can get to either Poppy or Natty. Probably Natty first.
Sometimes it seems all roads lead to Hogsmeade.
Cheeky tourist.
How's my favourite test flyer?
Hello again, Mr. Weeks. I set a new record at the South Course.
Fantastic! Your broom performed well then?
The best upgrade yet. It flew beautifully, incredibly nimble. But with the speeds it now reaches, I can feel the wind catching beneath the seat a bit, preventing it from reaching its full potential.
Of course! Should have anticipated that. Exactly the kind of report I've come to expect from you. At last, I think I know what needs to be done for my final upgrade.
What will you do after the final upgrade is complete?
I aim to make Spintwitches the most sought-after shop in Hogsmeade. And I wouldn't mind getting back on a broom myself, just for the thrill of it. Couldn't be more pleased we made headway with the upgrades, proved the naysayers wrong, made all the hard work worth it.
I shall look forward to speaking again.
I'll be sure to send you an hour when I'm finished. Thank you again for your help.
No problem.
Couldn't have done this without you.
Yeah, but you're still asking me to pay you.
Good for Mr. Weeks. Mr. Weeks and I do make a good team.
Yep. Giving him plenty of guidance. Okay, quests. We said... Natty. Guess she's just nearby. Ooh. Let's see what this is about.
Are
Probably
you
Harlow
ready to
again.
put an end to Harlow?
Yep.
I'm ready to do what's needed to take Harlow down. I know you have a plan.
We must gather information from the friends of Mr. Bickle that Archie and Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Agabus Filbert, Otto Dibble, and Mr. and Mrs. Rabe.
All right.
I suggest that you speak with each of them while I head to the Hogshead. I saw some Ashwinders heading there. And as my mother would never go near the Hogshead, she is less likely to learn of my activities than if I were to wander the village questioning its residents.
Where am I to find these friends of his?
I do not know about Mr. Rabe, but his wife, Daisy, is often in Hogsmeade, as is Agabus Filbert. And Otto Dibble, he works at Gladrags, so you will likely find him there.
What sort of information am I trying to gather from these people?
They may know what evidence Mr. Bickle had against Harlow, or they may have evidence of their own. We simply need to know whatever they know.
Okay.
Very well. I'll speak with them, see what I can learn.
I knew I could rely on you. We need to know how they are being blackmailed by Rookwood and Harlow. Meet me here after you have spoken with them.
Sure.
Hopefully, by the
Let's
time
do
you
this.
return, I will be able to move a bit more freely.
I remember.
Now, I'll say it again. If the game feels, if the image feels a bit laggy, that's on me.
Works at
First of all,
Gladrags?
that's on me. That's
should
not on the
check there.
video or the stream.
Please tell me you didn't take it. But perhaps it's been here all along.
And second, it's probably coming from my computer, not the game. Okay?
Mr.
should
Dibble,
restart.
may I speak with you? It's about Theophilus Harlow.
I've nothing to say about him. May I interest you in a stunning cravat today?
Please, sir, I'd like to help. I spoke to Mrs. Bickle.
You know the Bickles? All right. But we must be discreet. Can't have Mr. Hill hearing this.
I know Mr. Hill. He was kind to me the day of the troll attack.
Oh, he's a good man. But even he wouldn't understand about Harlow. It started a few weeks ago. I was distracted, reading a note, when you-know-who came into the shop. I hid the note behind the counter and offered to help him. He stared at me for a moment, then asked me to check on an order he'd placed. I went into the storeroom to check on what turned out to be a non-existent order. When I returned, he was holding the note.
What was in the note?
It was a note from Rosie Hill, Mr. Hill's daughter. You see, we've been, well, secretly engaged these past 6 months. We haven't told Mr. Hill yet. I dare say he has higher hopes for her. Harlow advised me in no uncertain terms that my relationship with Rosie, not to mention my employment here, depended upon my cooperation.
What does he ask you to do?
It all happened so quickly. In an instant, he took a very expensive scarf from the counter, pocketed it, and smiled. He said, "Your secret is safe as long as I can supply my lady friend with delightful items like this every so often." I've been able to cover for his requests until now with some creative bookkeeping, but I can't keep it up for much longer. I'm terrified to say anything. I could never live without Rosie.
Could you give me a bit more detail about the note? That might help me to identify it should I come across it.
It's on Rosie's special pink stationery. It has her monogram at the top, RH. That's how Mr. Hill would know it was real.
What have you been doing to keep the extortion a secret?
Well, as I mentioned, creative bookkeeping. And I've also been trying to cover the costs with my own savings, but I'm running out of money. Of course, none of this bodes well for my efforts to improve my circumstances and to be worthy of Rosie.
I met Mr. Hill the day of the troll attack. He was kind to me. Why don't you just tell him?
He's a lovely man, but when it comes to Rosie, I fear he loses all perspective. He'd see this as a grave betrayal. I'd lose my job instantly, and Rosie as well.
Thank you for telling me. I'm gathering evidence to take Harlow down.
I would love nothing more than to see him rotting in Azkaban, but be careful. He's an awful man and incredibly dangerous. As for Rosie's letter, should you happen upon it, I have committed it to memory. You may destroy it immediately.
Understood.
But you know you'll have to
Hurry
tell
off
Mr. Hill at
before
some
Mr.
point.
Hill returns. Where will I?
You'll have to tell him
Now,
at some
to
point. You
find
know
Mr.
that.
Bickle's other two friends. Mrs. Rabe, sure.
Oh, Isco, what have I done?
Mrs. Rabe, I wondered if I might speak with you about Theophilus Harlow. I'm a friend of the Bickles and am trying to gather evidence against him.
Poor Joanna and little Archie. And now Harlow has taken my darling Isco.
What do you mean? Why?
I'm a security guard at Gringotts, and my husband is a curse breaker for them. Harlow approached me about helping him extort my colleagues into giving him treasures from the vaults.
And you declined?
Of course I declined. Repeatedly. I thought they'd given up, until I came home one night and found my husband gone, and a note affixed to my door with a knife. The note stated that I only had a few days to reconsider helping with some banking needs, and that my husband would appreciate it if I acted quickly. But the help Harlow wants is help that I cannot give, and my dearest Isco is paying the price.
Why wouldn't Harlow extort your husband?
Isco's job is even more removed from the vaults than mine. He travels the world for the bank. He could do nothing for Harlow. I'm the one in the bank on a daily basis, which evidently makes me an enticing target for blackmail.
Have you helped Harlow since your husband was taken?
No, I'm worried sick about Isco, but he'd never want me to compromise my integrity. I also know that he's extremely clever. That said, I was hoping he would have escaped by now. It makes me concerned as to why he hasn't.
Are you sure the note means that your husband was kidnapped?
What else could it possibly mean? Besides, I came home to find that someone had trampled the daisies in our garden. It may sound silly, but those were Isco's pride and joy. He would never have let that happen.
Yeah, but the note doesn't word it precisely, you know.
Thank you, Mrs. Ray.
Convoluted.
Knowing the lengths that Harlow will go to is helpful, albeit more than disturbing.
Mr. Bickle was trying to help us, but now he's gone. I don't know what to do.
I shall do all I can to get evidence against Harlow, Mrs. Rabe.
Very well. Here's the note I received. You must be careful as well. Please don't put yourself in danger.
Mr. Rabe, we do hope you will Mrs. Rabe, we do hope you will consider helping us with our banking needs. We've given you ample time to reach a decision on your own, but we are beginning to lose our patience. We know your husband would appreciate it if you were to see the value in our working together. Shall we expect a response by week's end? Best to keep this between us, if you understand our meaning.
Some evidence worth hanging on to.
Thank you.
We're on the right track. Now to find the last of Mr. Bickle's friends. Agabus Filbert must be around here somewhere.
Hello there.
Excuse me, Mr. Filbert. I wondered if I might speak with you about your dealings with Theophilus Harlow. I hope to ease Mrs. Bickle's mind by gathering evidence against him.
Tragic, what happened to Bickle. He wanted me to speak out against Harlow for an act of violence committed against me. But I feared Harlow's retaliation, and so I refused.
If you had spoken out against him as Mr. Bickle asked, perhaps Harlow would be locked away by now.
Perhaps. But perhaps I would have suffered a similar fate.
You said that Harlow committed an act of violence against you. Could you tell me what happened?
Before my extraordinary wife, Dulcibella, passed away, she had just completed a small book of poetry. As a surprise for her birthday, one she never had the chance to celebrate, I had the book beautifully bound and plated in gold. One day, Harlow came calling to punish me for having spoken out against the Neanderthals that comprise Rookwood's lot. Before I knew it, I'd been petrified, and Harlow was rifling through my home. He found the book of poetry, with its exquisite gold plating. I watched helplessly, lying there in my entranceway as he walked away with the book, laughing as he went. I was shaken to my core. Still am, to be honest.
I imagine you fear Harlow retaliating again, but do you mind if I share this information with Officer Singer?
I suppose I have no choice. This extortion can't go on forever.
Precisely.
You can pass it on to anyone who may be willing to help.
If you let it
Harlow
go once,
does not like people talking,
it'll happen
as
again.
you already know.
I've spoken with Mr. Bickle's friends. Now to find Natty.
Yep. That's always the problem with blackmail, unless it's, I guess if that's even a thing correctly phrased and presented, it's going to keep happening.
Good thing the ministry's on.
It's not like Natty to be late. She said she was going to the Hog's Head.
No.
Perhaps I'll find her there.
Oh, and if you find her, she'll be in trouble. Most likely. But I have like 10 mandrakes in my pocket. So I could silence the whole village.
Historically speaking.
Natty must be around here somewhere. Natty's wand. She can cast without it.
It's bad.
She wanted me to find this. She's in trouble. Revelio will show me where she was taken.
Nosy little students get what's coming to them.
Yeah, sure. Come at me.
Revelio. Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
Let's get her out of here.
The footprints led to this room. There must be another way forward. Accio! A hidden door.
Easy enough.
Natty must have been taken this way. I need to find her quickly.
I have optional objectives, and we're definitely going to.
I'd better be sure I'm not seen.
Yep.
Lumos.
No. We're definitely going to do them.
It's not gonna work. Using that girl as bait, no one's coming for her. We ought to just kill her. Only a Hogwarts student would be arrogant enough to come in here alone.
Pull yourself together.
Now that ain't worth stealing in Morrowind.
I've had enough of Feldcroft. Hope I never have to see it again.
I'd remember my father speak of these times. seems now there.
Can't believe we're forced to work with these
Dracus Totalis.
Scared me for a little.
Girl's been nothing but trouble. About time we locked her up.
Be on the lookout for the girl's friend, if they're daft enough to try to come through here.
The Hamlets don't stand a chance against us.
Fine use of my talents, this.
Hey.
Come on, move.
Rookwood will reward us for our loyalty, don't you fret. We may be working with the goblins.
Nuisance when supplies run low, though.
Okay, let's try it the other way.
Huh.
So we can go.
My loyalty's to Rookwood and no one else.
When you have a cloak like that, who can blame a girl for swooning?
No. Let's not be greedy about this.
Lower Hogsfield needs some stocks after our little visit.
Did you hear that?
Rock Burrow's always a treasure trove. Never failed to fill the sack.
I spammed the heck out of X, but it didn't work. Okay.
Patrol.
Everyone in Upper Hogsfield shouts when they see me coming, and rightfully so.
Students these days, so full of themselves. Suppose that's what we're counting on, isn't it?
Come on, there has to be a letter or something in here. There we go. Should we peek at it? Wait, let's peek at it. Darling Otto, I have read your last letter over and over, and I'm certain to read it again each hour until we are able to meet. I dread the notion that I will not see you soon, but I am not without hope. I long for the day that our engagement can be shared with those whom we love, especially my dear father. I do not wonder that you're wanting to wait until you are more settled, my love. And I know that you are doing all you can to ensure that such a situation is within our grasp. Please allow me to say that these past few months of being unable to share publicly the feelings which exalt me to the utmost pinnacle of happiness have been an existential challenge indeed. And now I am off to read your letter once more. Yours affectionately, Rosie.
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
So... why am I not doing it? Come on, burn it. Guess we'll keep it for now.
I've used unforgivable curses on occasion. Fortunately, I'm not looking to be forgiven. How's if I have mixed up doing Rookwood's work for him? I don't trust Ranrock, I'll tell you that. He'll turn on us first chance he gets.
I shall be shining in Rookwood's eyes when he sees what I'm capable of.
We should speak to her again. Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find that friend of hers.
She's determined to say nothing. The boss will deal with her when he arrives. You let things catch your eye too easily, my friend.
I don't want to work with goblins. Not now, not ever. Rookwood's gone mad.
Expulsor! Incendio! Expulsor! Accio! Descendo! Expelliarmus! Expulsor!
Quite conductive, huh?
Expelliarmus!
Flash of inspiration.
Expelliarmus! Levioso!
That's more.
Expulsor! Stupefy! Expelliarmus!
Expulsor! Tiger! Reduction!
Incendio! Confringo!
Damn, missed it. Alright. Let's try again. I knew it. I really shouldn't have tried that. I knew it. Oh, starting over here.
Natty must have been taken this way.
Alright.
I need to find her quickly.
And at least I guess we know where to find everything we need to find. The loot seems to be already
Better be
in
sure
our
I'm not
pockets.
seen.
Alright.
I'd rob my own father if there were galleons.
It's not gonna work.
It might.
Using that girl as bait, no one's coming for her.
Harlow says her friend.
Oi, come in here alone.
Be on the. Just keep an eye out.
Got my eye on some nearby hamlets. Very more danger than they know.
Was it upper or lower Hogsfield that we raided last week? Students these days, so full of themselves. Suppose that's what we're counting on, innit?
Mm-hmm. Why?
Otto Dibble's love letter from Rosie. He wanted me to destroy this if I found it.
Then destroy it.
We should speak to her again. Perhaps she'll tell us where we can find that friend of hers.
She's determined to say nothing. The boss will deal with her when he arrives. My skills are wasted doing this.
I ought to pay that pretty little shopkeeper in Bagan Tig a visit.
It's exhausting. Standing here all day waiting to...
The girl's friend won't come looking for
Tricus Totalis.
Cast my eyes close.
Everyone in Upper Hogsfield shudders when they see me coming, and rightfully...
Tricus Totalis. Natty must be here somewhere.
You found us. I knew you would realize I had left my wand for you. Speak to Mr. Rabe. He will tell you what you need to do.
I want the book. Where's the book? I'm not living without it. It's not here. Might be in the middle of the room back there.
Mr. Rabe, Daisy told me you'd been abducted.
You spoke with my wife. How is she?
Worried about you. Are you all right?
I am all right. Thank you for coming. These locks are cursed, and there's an anti-apparition jinx on the cells. Even Natty's skill with wandless magic cannot free us. I need you to find my wand.
Use mine. We'll find yours together once you're out of there.
I need my wand for this. Using one with which I have no connection may not work as well or as quickly, and we cannot risk detection.
I shall do my best. Any idea where it might be?
It's nearby. I can sense it.
Understood. I'll find it.
Your friend Natty was not able to summon my wand. It must be blocked.
Revelio. Mr. Rabe's wand could be in there. Mr. Rabe's wand. He'll be glad to have this back. Revelio. Revelio.
Oh, it might be there.
Such a look of fear in your eyes. Eh? I should think an ant would show more metal.
I'm trying this. One way or another. Where are you getting this book? Metal Gear.
I've raided Brockborough more times than I can count. They're incapable of defending themselves.
It's not what I expected.
So where are me lads in Rookwood Times' glades?
Revelio.
Can't say I blame them what we all like down there.
Okay, let's wait for them to have another go. Or it might be in the box over there, but we're trying this one first.
Let's finish this job. Time, this is.
Keep on your toes. Stay alert.
Sure. You do that. Now go the other way. Thank you.
The book of poems that was taken from Agabus Filbert. He'll be thrilled to have this back.
I've had enough. Has your brain been infested with bundiments? A maneuver like that could have got us killed.
Excellent. Let's get back. Come on. We have everything we need.
Turn my back for 1 second and what happens? Calamity.
I may go to Hogsmeade later. There are some trouble.
All of these beneath Hogsmeade.
Mr. Rabe, I found your wand.
Well done. I knew it was nearby. Now, you best stand back. One never knows how a curse will react to being broken.
Call out for me all you want. I
Is that all?
okay.
You ought to be more cautious. That spell can do quite a lot of damage. I've seen it many times.
What?
Thank you, Mr. Isco.
My pleasure. And thank you, my friend. We owe our lives to your bravery. I may be too weak to disapparate with you both, but I can try.
You go ahead. Find Officer Singer. We will get out of here on our own.
Very well.
You sure about this?
But be careful. Thank you, my young friends.
Be prepared for a fight. These Ashwinders must pay.
No.
Exhausting. standing here all day. Rook would work for it. He can fight his own battles. Everyone in Upper Hogsfield, shut.
Brave? Ha ha! I'd say we know who to leave at home minding the oven.
Easy.
I've robbed every traveling vendor that's passed through here. They never see it coming.
There we go. No need to get scolded because we were reckless and took out an entire hideout of Ashwinders. Officer Singyon doing a terrible job at of hers.
Let's find Officer Singer and put an end to Harlow once and for all.
I don't think that's going to be as easy as this, but we can try. Definitely.
Natsai Onai. I should have known. And you, the troll dispatcher. Oh, thank goodness the two of you are safe. Isco Rabe told me a couple of students had rescued him. Should have known it was you two.
Is Mr. Rabe all right?
He is. I sent him home to his wife. Miss Onai, your mother will not be pleased to learn that you're still risking your safety pursuing these dangerous men.
Actually, Officer Singer, Natty and I learned of several Hogsmeade residents who've had their lives threatened by the Ashwinders. In addition to abducting Mr. Rabe to blackmail his wife and Natty, Rookwood and Harlow have also extorted Agabus Filbert and Otto Dibble.
I will look into all of that. As for the two of you, I appreciate what you're trying to do, but you are taking great risk.
Then
Next
do your
time,
job.
please let the authorities handle the Ashwinders.
What are you waiting for then? It's been... We started our year in September. We're in winter. What are you doing?
With all due respect, officer, the authorities haven't done much about any of this.
There's more to taking down an organization like the Ashwinders than simply storming in and hauling them off based on a few accusations. I must insist that you leave them to us. We shall have no further discussion on this.
Yeah, because I'm just doubting your abilities.
Natsai,
right?
You may wish to speak with your mother about this before I do.
My mother will not like this. Thank you again for rescuing me. We shall speak soon.
Alright then. Hey,
I remember you. Your generosity helped me afford this rather exotic snake contraption. Very Salazar, isn't it?
Okay, next. What do we have? Yes. Let's go. Let's ally with the centaurs if they are so willing.
I can do this. I can do this. They will want to help.
Is this where we're meeting the centaurs?
Well, they don't exactly know we're coming, so it's less of a meeting and more of a surprise, I suppose.
I'm not sure about this. I can't imagine they're fond of being surprised.
We don't have a choice if we want to help the Snidgets.
We do.
Perhaps
Send
they'll
a
be
letter
able
or
to
anything.
tell that we're sincere. There's something about them that's so knowing. It's almost unnerving.
I suppose they are known for having an air of omniscience.
That's exactly the right word. I just... Never mind.
What is it?
It's nothing, truly. We've no secrets to hide.
Speaking of secrets, I do want to tell you why Victor Rookwood's after me. He's working with Ranrock, and Ranrock's after something I found at Gringotts. Fig had a portkey that led us there after the dragon attack. It's a bit of a long story, and Fig's asked that I not speak of it yet.
Goodness.
So I
well,
spoke
that certainly helps explain
I
a
spoke
bit about
it
what we
to
saw
about
back at Horntail Hall.
3 to 5 students.
Of course, I'll guard
so
your
far.
secret as if it were my own.
Yeah.
Even the centaurs won't know.
We'll simply
much
be
of a
honest
secret?
with them about what we're trying to do. They'll have to help us, won't they?
Yes, of course. You're absolutely right. We'll meet with them, tell them about the Snidgets, and I'm sure to all be fine.
What do you think you're doing here, humans?
Please! We were hoping to speak with you.
Ah! I suppose you'd like a tale for your friends of the time you spoke to a centaur, and it spoke back.
No, never. We're here because we need your help.
Enough! You made a grave error in judgment in coming here, little witch.
Leave them be, Alec. We do not harm the young. It is not our way.
You forget your place, old fool. I'm the leader of this herd, and while you cling to our way, their kind continues to slaughter beasts like us without a care!
From what I can see, they have slaughtered no one. They will leave here unharmed.
Mark my words, Doran. If I ever see them again, it will be all 3 of your heads.
Foolish children. Do you know what happens to wizards who wander here? Now, follow me before
Golden
I...
Snidgets are still alive, and the poachers are after them. They know that the key to finding them lies in the moonlight, but they don't know what that means, yet. Please, help us find the Snidgets before the poachers do.
Or ambush the poachers there.
In the south, there is a cave within which lies what the poachers seek. A moonstone. Retrieve it and place it in the henge in the forest. I, on the other hand, must go speak with the herd. Find me after you have done this.
Intriguing.
I don't understand. So the moonlight mentioned in the journal doesn't refer to actual moonlight, but to a moonstone. What do moonstones have to do with Snidgets? And why was he so certain about where we could find one?
Isn't Moonstone all around us? Why retrieve one from a cave?
Knowing centaurs, I suspect he's referring to a specific moonstone. We'll likely know it when we see it.
I don't know, but I am inclined to believe him, what with his being a centaur and all.
I am too.
And saving
It is
us,
a shame
and saving
how
our
quickly he
lives,
left.
literally.
What was his name? Doran.
That's what the leader of the herd called him.
Well, if Doran knows something we don't, I'd rather act now and ask questions later. I can head to the library and start looking into the cave you mentioned. I'll let you know what I find.
Oh, so we're not going there now? Just checking. Assignment. Yeah? Okay. Let's go there. Secret rooms. Capture. Let's go. Soon the final trial. It's coming soon. And all of the stories are actually coming to a conclusion, I think. Might be wrong, but there's a feeling to it. For that, let's just be cautious about all this. No, we need to keep this one, as far as I can override these ones. There we go.
Welcome back.
Hello, Professor. I have news. The goblins are looking for something. Another repository. They've built drills to help with their search.
Most troubling.
Are these repositories like the broken container I found at Rookwood Castle?
They are. I fear we have no time to lose. Have a look at the map. Fortunately, the next trial is fairly nearby.
It's Hogwarts.
As you know, I was headmistress in my time. My portrait hangs in the headmaster's office. In fact, I witnessed Professor Black learn of your arrival. And I'll confess that I wondered about you.
Wait, is the next trial in the headmaster's office?
It is. I had hoped that when the time came, the occupant of that office would be of help to us. Unfortunately, this headmaster seems wildly unconcerned with anything but himself. You'll need to access the office while he's away.
I understand. Very well. I'll find some way to get in.
Good. I shall meet you in my portrait there. Until then.
What is this going?
How will I gain access to the headmaster's office? Perhaps Professor Fig will know what to do.
More importantly, how can a whole rooms of trial fit in the headmaster's office? I know we're talking about magic, but usually, you know, there's like in caves or basements stuff, and it looks massive and everything, but unless it's going to teleport me away, I'm not sure I see how this is going. We'll see about it soon enough, I guess. Oh, hello? Yes. First try! Alas, only one of many. I think we're at like 7 or 8. We are actually halfway through. Doesn't look like it, but we are. Oh, another one. Come here. Come on. And another one. Should wander the halls of Hogwarts more often. Oh, that's nice. I hadn't seen this.
Go back to your tea and biscuits whilst you have the chance.
Footwork, man!
That was a key. Oh, I can see you. I'm starting to believe these keys only appear at night. Because they are in the middle of the way. And I'm pretty confident I went through these passages more than once. Perhaps certain keys only appear at nighttime. There we go. One more. Not going to complain. It's not. I guess it's also easier to hear them when it's all quiet around. And the girls are having the fun of their lives. Or, well, lives. This is definitely a class of defense against the dark arts, but I can't figure out why there's two of them.
Mine now, demi guys.
Let's go. I almost forgot that we had one professor that is definitely on our side. Yeah, no, Mrs. Weasley doesn't know anything about this, but yeah, Professor Fig can help us.
Professor Fig, the Keepers have shown me where the next trial is.
Has something changed?
Lodgok and I have learned that the goblins are searching for another repository, like the one we saw at Rookwood Castle, and I discovered that they're building massive drills to help in their search. Professor Fitzgerald seemed very concerned.
I see. Ranrock clearly knows even more than we suspected.
And sir, there's something else. Lodgok knew Miriam.
He knew Miriam?
They encountered each other at Rookwood Castle. She was doing research. That's where she found the container with the portkey. He liked her so much that he let her leave with it, despite orders from Ranrock.
I don't know what to say. She could win over almost anyone. I want to hear more of this. And, in fact, I'd like to speak with Lodgok directly. But we've no time now. Where is the next trial?
Believe it or not, it's in the headmaster's office.
Incredible. All right. You'll need the password to get past the stone gargoyle. The headmaster's house elf will know it.
I've actually met Scrope, but I'm not sure he'll tell me. He's rather devoted to the Black family.
He is. So you'll need a disguise. I have just the thing. A polyjuice potion.
Oh,
you'll look and sound like Professor Black.
Wait, doesn't polyjuice potion require a bit of the person you want to change into? And take ages to brew?
It does.
So how do you already have polyjuice potion to change into Professor Black?
One never knows when such a thing may come in handy. Let's just say I felt the need to be prepared for anything after my fruitless trip to the Ministry on his behalf.
That's awesome.
Now, time is of the essence. Drink up and I shall explain more.
Like now?
How do you feel?
Oh.
Incredible. I won't forget that taste anytime soon. How do I sound?
Convincing. I've taken the liberty of transfiguring your robes. As we discussed, you'll need the password from Scrope, who could be anywhere in the castle. You might look for Professor Kagawa. She's taken to badgering the poor elf about Quidditch in the hopes that he can convince Black to change his mind. Thus far, unsuccessfully.
I see. But what if Professor Black sees me?
Leave him to me. I shall tell him where to meet a liaison from the Ministry in Hogsmeade. That should give you plenty of time.
Thank you, Professor. Not that far.
I suppose we'll meet again in the map chamber.
It's rather strange to hear gratitude coming from Professor Black. I'll see you there.
Cheeky. Professor Fig is cheeky.
To find the headmaster's house elf.
Oh, that is so cool. I mean, again, I'm. Most of you probably think I'm exaggerating, but I'll probably, you probably feel the same way either, but...
Professor, a moment of your time, please. Professor, I was hoping to catch you.
I
should have
places
known
to
this.
be, Professor Sharp. Places to be.
Of course, sir. Only, you'd asked me about a particular potion, and well,
I did? I did, yes. Well, spit it out, Sharp. I don't have all day.
Probably best not to discuss it here, sir.
He's taking to the character pretty well. Let's be honest about this.
I assure you, Sharp, you may speak freely.
Very well. I've brewed the cure for boils you wanted. I can drop it by your office when it's convenient.
Of course, yes. No need for all the cloak and dagger. Simply have a student deliver it.
A student. Very well, sir, if you insist.
I do. And thank you, Sharp. I just hope you've brewed enough for all my boils.
Oh lord. Oh no.
Now, to determine which student gets this rather unenviable...
I wonder almost daily why I accepted this appointment from the Ministry.
What is this? The mystery of the...
I thought I heard the headmaster approaching.
Gareth! Mr. Weasley, what are you doing here? Don't you have somewhere to be?
Oh, Professor, yes, of course. All sorts of places I'd rather be right now. Do you need something from me?
I'm looking for my house elf. Surely you've seen him?
Ah, the little one-eared fellow. I saw him heading to the Great Hall moments ago, muttering on about your, sterling graces, sir.
I am watching you, Mr. Weasley. Mr. Redding, who owns Honeydukes, tells me some of his billywig stings recently went missing. Prime potion ingredient. And I know you fancy yourself a skilled potioneer.
What? But, sir, I haven't been anywhere near Honeydukes.
Bah! That's enough from you. Just know that I have eyes and ears everywhere.
Your character,
On your way,
oh
Mr.
lord.
Weasley.
Your character is way too much enjoying
one for my
this.
diary.
Oh, what is this? This is glorious. How far can I wander with this? I wonder. You probably get
Chewing with your mouth open? Where are your manners?
Stop him! I would probably get a warning from like.
How are you, sir?
I would probably get a warning from like you're straying from the quest or you're out of the area and get a warning. I'm just going.
Mr. Gaunt, where do you think you're going?
I beg your pardon, sir. I'm simply on my way outside.
Taking the day off, eh? Typical student, wasting the hours away.
Stop it!
I have to write 20 inches on Dittany and its uses. Was heading to the greenhouse.
Ah, yes. Mixed with bubo tuber pus makes a fine mustache paste. Yes, mustache paste. I find.
Are you feeling all right, sir? You don't seem yourself.
I assure you I am quite healthy, Gaunt. If I need a medical diagnosis, I shall head to St. Mungo's.
Someone starved him.
When I
Something is very wrong with
Professor, a word? Professor Blackley. Again, it is not too late to reconsider your decision regarding Quidditch. We could still have trials and a somewhat shortened season. It would be better than none at all.
But the injury, Madam Kogawa.
Professor, more than one student has taken a bludger to the head on our pitch. I dare say it knocked some sense into them. And they're fine now. The fact that it happened to be a pureblood, well, that's no reason to...
What nonsense! That you would trivialize the health of a student over a silly game.
A silly game? You are quite impossible sometimes. Sir, I've a good mind to write to the Department of Magical Games and Sports at the Ministry about you.
This is so like the Wizarding World or the books and the movies, when you have so dark themes that are spoken about or displayed, like the Imperio and the Crucial Curses that we were speaking about like 2 hours ago. And in between you have just funny moments like these. This is so refreshing. This is so nice. It's well paced. It's so well done.
Good idea. I can even provide the parchment should you need it. Now, where is my elf?
Parchment? Very well, I will, and with pleasure. And I spotted Scrope in the Great Hall. Seems to be avoiding me.
I wonder why. Good day, Madam Kagawa.
What did we do to deserve him as a...
You call that a shine on those boots? Do better!
Stop! It is utterly impossible.
Oh no, it's the headmaster and he's coming this way.
Miss Broom, a word.
Oh, Professor, this is an interesting surprise. It's Bloom, by the way.
Remind me of your area of affinity, Broom. OWLs are swift approaching.
Charms, sir. Non-verbal spells. Might work on one that makes me disappear.
Well, keep at it, Broom. And before you know it, you'll be as invisible as that new fifth year seems to be.
They're not invisible, sir. I've seen them near the library. In fact, they help me with my, heavy books.
Speaking of invisible, where's my blasted house elf?
Something seems a little off with the headmaster.
Does it? He seems quite convincing to me. It sounds convincing as well. Just as insufferable as the original one.
Greetings! I mean, out of my way, children.
Professor.
No.
I need to speak to you.
Oh no. Oh no,
Hello,
no, no.
Professor Black.
Ah, Professor Weasley. How delightful to see you.
Sir?
Since I have you here, I wonder if I might, speak with you about Professor Fig.
Oh, very well.
I've decided to give him a bit more, leeway with his time.
Leeway, Professor? Are you sure that's wise? I confess I do worry for his students. He's rarely here as it is.
There's one good answer among these ones.
I realize that, and I'd like to keep it that way.
I see. But, sir, if I may, I am wary of how much time the new fifth year seems to be spending away from the castle, supposedly on Professor Fig's behalf. I've heard unsettling rumors of their escapades. Everything from sneaking into the Forbidden Forest to confronting Ranrock's loyalists and Rookwood's lot.
What?
Really now?
Goodness. You cannot believe everything you hear, Professor. No, you cannot. I mean, I shall keep an eye on Fig. You simply keep doing the wonderful job that you're doing. Simply wonderful.
Thank you. But I'm happy to look into...
Good. That'll be all, Weasley. I mean, Professor Weasley. Good day.
A wonderful job. Leeway for Professor Fig. I shall never understand that man.
Good.
That ought to give Professor Fig some breathing room.
Oh no. Oh, something bad is going to happen. Something terrible is going to happen.
Scrope's as hard a worker as any house elf.
Ahem! Attention, students! I hereby decree that the Great Hall be forthwith decorated in the stunning banners of Slytherin. I shall be taking no questions at this time. Or ever.
What?
Scrope!
Oh, greetings, Master.
Remind me of the password to my office.
Oh, but Master made Scrope swear never to tell anyone, even Master himself.
Oh Lord.
How dare you question me? I've a mind to give you a matching set of ears.
Yes, sir. Of course, sir. Scrope begs forgiveness. It is the Black family motto, Master.
Right. Of course.
Master does remember it.
It's Pure bloods forever, isn't it?
Close, Master. Scrope thinks Master is indeed testing Scrope. It is always pure.
Obviously.
And, of course, as Master knows, in French.
Ah, yes, of course. I order you to pronounce it for me.
Master knows that Scrope's French is most pitiful. Oh, very well. Toujours pure.
There is another matter.
Good enough,
Scrope.
good enough.
I confiscated this filthy diary from a student. It smells of squid and seawater.
Oh, Apollonia's diary. That is quite a surprise, Master. What do you wish Scrope to do with this treasure? Rubbish.
Whatever you wish, Scrope. It's your treasure. Now, off with you.
Give him a cloak. Give him something so he can be free.
The polyjuice potion's wearing off. I best get out of sight. Made it just in time. It's wearing off.
What the heck is this?
Fig was right. I can't believe it worked. Now to speak the password to the gargoyle.
I'm sure there's a lot more, perhaps not that much, but I'm sure there's more interactions to be had with other characters of the environment. But it will be for another time, or for you to explore yourself with the game. That is great, that is so good. They really had great ideas. I mean, it's not really that original. I mean, we've had polyjuice in the books and in the movies. Surely we're going to expect it in the game. So that's really cool. Okay, let's speak to Natty. Just want to close everything we can in regards to secondary quests before we get to the third trial.
I have been meaning to speak with...
I still can't believe we escaped the Ashwinders.
You may not realize it, but you are the talk of the school since you saved me that day.
I wonder how everyone knows about it.
I told my mother in the hope that she would be more forgiving of what I have been up to if it came from me. She likely told other professors, and news travels quickly. Unfortunately, she might, in fact, have been even less forgiving than I'd hoped.
I don't blame her for being concerned. We have been involved in some dangerous activities.
As the Ashwinders were locking me up and threatening my life, it did occur to me that my mother may have been right.
Has Officer Singer done anything with the evidence we provided?
She has not. Harlow is as strong as ever. Someone needs to stop him, whether it is us or Officer Singer. If someone had stopped the monsters like him in Matabeleland, my father would be alive today.
What exactly happened to your father?
It was a beautiful day. My mother had gone to tend to a neighbor who was ill, and so my father and I were galloping in the savannah.
Galloping? Ooh. Your father was also an animagus, I take it?
He could become the most majestic giraffe, and he would carry me on his back, my arms around his neck. We were on our way home when we surprised a group of bandits who had come from our village. One of them saw me just as he removed a scarf from his face. He shouted and then aimed his rifle.
He didn't want you to identify him.
Exactly. In an instant, my father bowed his neck to protect me and was hit. As he fell, my father changed back into his human form. When the bandits saw this, they turned and ran in fear. Magic terrified them, and then he was gone. And it was all my fault.
Your fault? How so?
He died protecting me. If I had been capable of protecting myself, he would still be alive today. My mother and I tried to go on without him, but It became too much for us there. A few years later, we left to come to Scotland.
What does your mother think about all of this?
Well, as you saw, she worries a great deal. She is an excellent seer, but I think it bothers her to this day that she did not see my father's death coming. She misses him, as do I. So I believe on some level she understands my need to seek justice in a small way. But that does not mean that she likes it.
Yeah. We're not asking her this. This is not something that should be asked. At least not until she shows herself some signs towards this.
Do you think your father would approve of the things we've been doing?
Oh my, that is a good question. In theory, yes. Although he would worry as my mother does. But I think he, of all people, would understand my persistence. My father never shied away from a fight for good, no matter how ruthless the foe. And I think he would have enjoyed knowing that I had a compatriot like you.
I'm sorry, Natty. I can't imagine what you've been through. Your father sounds exceptional.
He was. Truly extraordinary. And thank you for your kind words. We all have our burdens. My father had a saying about that.
Yes, I remember. Rain does not fall on one roof alone.
Exactly. Soon you and I will put an end to the Ashwinders, beginning with Harlow. And once he is gone, we will turn our attention to Rookwood. We are making progress, and we will succeed.
Indeed.
Thank you again for saving me. You deserve all of the praise you have received.
Well, a lot has been accomplished today, and we are on the verge of beginning the third and final trial, supposedly, unless there's a surprise fourth one. So, you know how it goes. You see what I'm doing. It's going to be for the next time, unless of course you're binge watching this on in which case, well, I guess I'll be seeing you in a second.